Thank you so much for joining me. Today is Monday, November 4th at 4 p.m. Eastern, and I always go live on Mondays with my Plus member community in Mighty Networks, and today is no different, and I'm recording it for YouTube. So if you are coming back and seeing me again, thank you for coming back. I'm so happy to have you. And if you have never followed this YouTube channel, you got to subscribe and all that stuff. My name's Lauren. I'm the Lolo behind lolodidit, a hand-dyed yarn business in Central Kentucky. And today we are talking about all of my projects that I've had going on. So I don't think I've caught up on projects in like 2 months. And to be perfectly honest, I have not knit almost at all the month of October. So October's crazy. It always is crazy. It's Halloween. It's the beginning of knitting season. I mean, this is the thing. So it's always crazy. So I didn't really knit a lot in October, but I have brought out all of my projects and planning on finishing some whips and some patterns. So I thought I'd catch up with you. So hi to everyone. Let's see who's here. Hi, Peggy and Jennifer and Deanna and Kara, Melissa and Deb and Linda. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. So I will dive into some finished stuff that I've just finished. So firstly, I finished these a while ago and I can't remember if I showed them, but it has an interesting construction, so I thought I'd share these. This colorway is, I think it's Last Jedi by Mustache Yarn. And this is my colorway Blazing Sevens, which matches perfectly. And I did an Eye of the Partridge heel and a Dutch heel turn. But what was interesting about this is Kara Parkman, who is in my Plus member community, and she's been a Lolo fan forever. I was saying that hand knit socks, for me, I have to have a break-in period. So the first few times that I wear hand knit socks, I can feel every stitch on the bottom of my foot. Like, I know those pearl bumps. And I was one of those kids that didn't like the line at the top of your toe. If I had socks that had that, I would turn my socks inside out. So I don't really like the bottom of my feet on new socks, and I wash them a few times and will wear them only for an hour or so and then wash them again to get them kind of fuzzy on the inside. I know that this has to sound like super high maintenance. I don't even know. But I'm telling you, I'm sharing with you because other people probably experience the same thing. You know, I cannot be the only one who says this. Hi, Becky. Thanks for joining. So, Kara Parkman suggested that I knit the bottom of my socks in stockinette, or just knit the whole sock in reverse stockinette. And so the stockinette portion is on the inside of your feet and your pearl bumps are on the outside. And I was like, hey, that's a great idea. I should totally try that. Hi, Cynthia. So I took her suggestion. And so I had happened to be knitting these at the time that she suggested this. And I think this was in September. And so I had already done the leg. And so I was on the heel. So I might as well just start it. So I just took half the amount of stitches minus one stitch. So one stitch on either side of magic loop, or on each side of the bottom of the foot was knit, but the rest of the stitches were purled. So it's like the half of the stitches minus one stitch. I don't know if you can follow that. I probably should just write up a pattern. But anyways, so I just knit pearl bumps, basically purled to the bottom of the sock, and it works, guys. It's amazing. So it's smooth on the inside of these socks. So I did try these on. I haven't actually worn them yet because I wanted to show them off, so they've kind of been hanging out. But they're smooth. It doesn't feel like a brand new sock to me that has all the pearl bumps. I was like, oh, these are smooth. That's really nice. And I love wearing hand knit socks all the time. I wear them every day. I have them on now. I have them on right now. I'm going to pull up should I pull this up? There we go. Hand knit socks and my duck feet. So I wear them all the time without the pearl bump, so I'm not like complaining too hard, but now I have socks that I can instantly wear. As soon as they're done, they're like the comfy perfect. So I love this. Thank you, Kara Parkman, for telling me this trick that I never would have thought of. Like, never would have thought of this on my own. But now that I've thought about it, I did figure out there are a couple of tricks to make this section neat. And so the decreases look neat on this section with the purls. So I probably could write it out because I undid it and redid it. You can see a couple of my pickup stitches are twisted, but where I undid it and kept on redoing it to make this section really nice and neat. But once I figured out how to do that, now I'm like, okay, I'm going to do this for all my socks. So I thought that was really cool. Anyways, this is Last Jedi by Mustache. And if you are in my Plus member community, we have a Zoom for the Weekend Sock Challenge, which is every fourth Friday of the month. And I usually give away during that Zoom whatever leftovers I have of whatever sock I've knit that month. So I have had a goal of knitting a pair of socks every month. And so I didn't knit a pair in October, but most of the time I have some leftovers. So I've been doing giveaway of those leftovers, which sounds really silly. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, nobody's going to want these leftovers, but let's see. And everybody's super enthusiastic. Everybody who has won has immediately knit up a pair of socks out of those. So I think that that's really fun. So we have a Weekend Sock Challenge. And what that is on Friday at sunset, we cast down a sock, and then we only exclusively work on our sock all weekend and see how far we get on Sunday. And so this isn't a finish. It's not a race. It's not anything. It's just a concentrated challenge to see how far we can get one weekend out of the month. And I have been so enjoying these. It has motivated me. It excites me. I really love it. I love seeing you guys do it. And I have been consistently casting on a sock once a month, every month since we started it. And so if you're a Plus member, you get prizes. If you're not a Plus member, you can still participate because our lolodidit community is free. Plus membership is extra. But everybody can participate, but prizes are exclusive to the Plus members. Hi, Tuana. Thanks for joining. So that's this. So I gave away extras from this one. I don't remember who won them, but I did give those away. And then these are my next finish that I just finished up this week. And this colorway is called Everything is Awesome by Mustache. And this color is my ash color. It is my favorite color for heels and toes. I always have a skein of this caked up for heels and toes for self-striping socks because I think it's like the perfect light ashy color with like very light speckles in it. I just love it. It looks kind of tweedy to me. I really like it. So I use ash a lot. It is a staple in my stash. I always have one caked up. So if you are like me and you like having whatever your go-to is, this is my go-to. So check out our Barely There collection. It's awesome. So this is Everything is Awesome. I just finished this one. I didn't do the reverse because I forgot about it. To tell you the truth, when I started like doing the bottom of the foot and I got like an inch through and I was like, I'm not ripping this out. So I forgot, but pretty awesome. I finished those. So I will be giving away on the 4th Friday of November, the extras from this sock colorway. So really fun. Been enjoying that. What else have I finished? Finished another baby sock. So you all who have been following me for forever are going to be very proud of me. So I designed a baby sock pattern that is adaptable for ages 0 through 1 year old. And it's a really great pattern. I've been testing it for a year and putting it on baby's feet and seeing if it works out and if the little crawlers don't kick off their socks and all that. And it's been working out really, really well. So I have the notes for that pattern. People who are in my Plus member, a few people have like asked me for it. I've handed you my notes. But I plan on writing out that pattern. Because it's been working out really, really well. So the past week and a half, I've been working on the second size of that pattern. So the second size is age 1 to 2. So there's not these like little incremental ages, which is really nice for gifts, especially because I'm not the mom. You know, I'm giving it to a mom who wants their socks to last a long time, especially if you're hand knitting it. Hi, Trina. Deanna says, this is exciting. I know, it's so exciting. So I designed and measured the size year-old to 2-year-old size, and I will be giving these to the mom probably in the next week, probably this weekend. So, because I want her to try them on her 1-year-old. So her 1-year-old, she's 14 months now, I'm pretty sure. So she's just turned 1, and I think these will work really well. So this is the sock, and of course this has inspired me to re-release our Sugar Plum color because I love Sugar Plum. I've knit this colorway several times. It is from our, oh, where's my sock? Well, anyways, I'll get it in a sec. This is the colorway Sugar Plum. This is my toddler sock pattern, size 1 to 2. And I have finished this. It should fit. And I am halfway through the second sock. So this is amazing. Love it. This is one of our Christmas colorways. It's available right now. It will be available till Christmas. So if you like it, get it. And I am currently writing up the pattern for those 2 sizes for these baby socks. So Trisha, if you're watching, get ready for tech editing. Tuana said the Sugar Plum color is awesome. I love it so much. Thank you. I do too. She says, are you knitting that sock in L'Original? Yes. Yes, this is my L'Original yarn base. It's my go-to base. I love it. And this is my leftovers from my garland socks. And Jennifer asked, what cast on do you use? So I always use a long tail cast on for socks. And I have just learned that if I put the spacing between each stitch in my cast on, that I can get this as stretchy as I want. So this is plenty of space for like even a baby thigh. Well, most baby thighs. I mean, some of them are kind of, you know. But this, so I use a long tail cast on, but I know a lot of people use the twisted German cast on. I've been recommended that so many times. I have used it a few times. But I forget because I always use a long tail cast on. So most of the time I just forget that I could use a twisted German cast on. But the twisted German cast on is a little bit neater of an edge than a long tail. And it's a little stretchier without you having to manipulate the space between your stitches. But because I like the long tail and that's what I've been doing, I just kind of do that. But you can use either cast on you'd like. Yeah, Jennifer, she says, wow, mine gets so tight. Yeah, so all you have to do is when you're casting, I can even show you. I can literally show you right here. When you're casting on and you have your stitches, so you have one stitch on the needle, when you cast on, you can just put more space in between it. So let me do that. Jennifer says her cast on gets too tight, so I'm going to show you how I cast on. So here's my slip stitch. Okay? And I do my cast on with my long tail. And see how you've got a lot of space in between this? So I leave the space. I leave that space. And then I do the next one, and I leave a lot of space. And then I just use my finger to hold the stitches so that that space stays. So when you're using a thick yarn, you'll see that these stitches are actually kind of like droopy down here. If you're just making them the same size, same length in between your stitches, they'll all be really consistent and it won't look weird. So like this it doesn't look funny. So I just put the space in between the stitches. That's all I do. And then I have plenty of space, and it's a very, very easy cast on. But a German twisted gives you a little bit more stretch because you're adding one more loop to that. And so you get a little bit more stretch to that. So it depends on what you like to do. But yeah, totally try it. See if you like it, because that's what my go-to is the long tail cast on with space in between it. And really, however far your stitches are apart across your needle, that's how wide your sock is going to stretch. So as long as you make sure your stitches are stretched out across your needle, you know how far your sock will stretch. So that's my trick, is making sure that looks like I can stretch it over the course, over the entire space. So, and you can see that on these too. These stretch pretty far, like 2 inches out. So, and that's it. This is a long tail cast on. All right. Cool. Good questions. So I started the second sock for that, and hopefully we'll be done and we'll be showing that off soon. And then working on that pattern. I don't know if I'll get that pattern done before Christmas. It is kind of our busy time of the year, but I'm working on it. And I haven't published a pattern all year, so I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself, but this has been a really great go-to pattern for me for all of the baby sock knitting that I've been doing. And I love knitting socks for people who have new babies. I just think it's really fun. I just enjoy it. So it is just one of those pet projects. So I might as well like make a pattern and write it down. Deb says, I love a crochet cast on. Oh, you know what? I've never done that, but that probably would be really pretty and very, very simple. So I will look that up, Deb, and see if that will work for socks. Okay. The next thing that I've been working on is I actually picked back up my husband's socks. So Trey asked me like 6 months ago if I could knit him a shorty pair of socks in a gray color that isn't too tight and has tencel in it. So this is a wool and tencel yarn base. This is not my yarn. I got this a long time ago. It's been in my stash for forever, but it's a wool and tencel yarn base. And so I started doing the reverse stockinette on the bottom of his because his complaint is that the sock feels funny too. So he has the same complaint. He's got sensitive feet. And so I repicked this one back up. And so I just did a simple like 1/4 of an inch cuff and an eye of the partridge heel, a Dutch heel turn. And then this is stockinette on top and reverse stockinette on the bottom. And so this should turn out really good. So my goal is to get these done for Christmas, since I told him that I would knit them 6 months ago. And since I told him that I would do that, I have knit like 6 pairs of socks for myself and like 3 pairs of baby socks. So I probably should like follow up on this one. Yes. So this is husband's sock in the works, and we'll see if he even likes it, because the last time I knit him a pair of socks, he did not actually like wool socks, and so I just never knit another pair again. So this time I will see if he likes them, see if he enjoys it. So we'll find out with that one. The other whip that I've been taking out, so I have this basket. This is a basket that my friend gave me. It was really nice. I love it. I have it next to my chair all the time. So this little basket has all of my whips. So I am showing you literally all of my whips. And my goal is to have all of them done by Christmas so that I can cast on a new sweater for myself for my Christmas present to myself. So I'm trying to work through these, and also 2 of them are patterns, and also we could say that this could be a pattern too of the reverse stockinette on the bottom. So 3 of them are patterns potentially. So this is the other one that I've been working on. This is Freckled Whimsy Advent from last year. Love this. Okay, this is the only Advent I ever buy, and it's so much fun. I love it. I have so much fun with it. So I started knitting these last December. And so I designed this pattern, this little motif pattern. And then I played with it for the heel and toe, but what I've decided on is to not use that patterning in the heel and toe and do a plain heel and toe and then release this sock as just this patterning, because it looks really, really great for self-striping socks. And it's something that I would like to be able to share with you guys when you open up your, you have your Advent socks. You might want to knit something like this. So can I get this done in 3 weeks? I don't know, but I'm going to try and we'll see what happens. So, and maybe I'll do it, just get it done in 3 weeks, and then I'll do a test knitting in December so you guys who are opening up your Advents can test knit for me with self-striping socks. So that might be it. So Jennifer says, I believe. So that's my goal. So this is the first sock. I don't think I'm going to rip it out. I think I'll just knit another one and do the heel and toe. This is the second one, and I'm just going to do the plain heel and toe. This is Freckled Whimsy Advent from last year, and then I'm using Lagoon. This is from my Barely There collection. You can get this on the shop as the heel and toe, which matched perfectly with these teal colors in here, so I thought it would be perfect. I love pairing the Barely There colors with self-striping yarn. So Tuana said, finish all whips by Christmas? Wow, maybe we should have some sort of whip knit along. I know I would participate. That's a really good idea. We have actually done that for the past 2 years. Maybe I should just bring it back and do a whip down. And then what we've always done in January for the past 2 years is have a frog-it party the first week of January, and we frog all of the whips that don't bring us joy. And so that has been really fun for the past year. So maybe we should do that, Tuana. That's a really good idea. Melissa says, I love those colors. Trina said, I'm excited to receive this year's Freckled Whimsy Advent. Yes. Deanna said, so many fun projects. And people are like, yes, bring back the whip down. I need motivation. Okay, guys. Whip down it is. I'm going to write this in my to-do list. Whip down. Okay, you see it here. It's really big. So, whip down it is. We are going to have fun. So, everybody will whip down, and then we will frog everything we don't like in January and start fresh. So, this is my goal. See if we get it done. Like I said, I'm not putting like a ton of pressure on myself. I don't think that like you guys are like being all disappointed in me. I think mostly you're just cheering me on and being like, you did something today. Yay. So this is something that I'm working on because I would, even if I don't release the pattern, I would really like to get these done before I start the next Advent. So speaking of Advents, I did get the Freckled Whimsy 2024 Advent. I'm a good girl. I have not broken the seal yet. So I'm not going to look at this until December 1st, but I am totally casting on December 1st. So I'm excited for this. I'm excited to finish these. So you guys, this is going to be really fun. So I think you'll enjoy the things that are coming out and you'll have fun with me, right? Yeah, it's fine. So the other thing, the last whip that I have, so these are all, I don't actually have that many whips. Like that's not actually that bad. I feel like I've gained control in my life and my whip life. Most of them are socks. might have a sock obsession this year. This will be in 2024 will be known as the year of the socks. So the other thing that I have going on, the only other whip that I have is my Salty Air Tee. And I started working on this, I think the second week of September. And I knit on this for like 9 days. And I got through the entire body. Super, super cute. I used my colorway, My Favorite Things, on Baby Got Yak. And it is a very, very rich, dark purple. So it was really fun to knit. Really great instructions. I really enjoyed every bit of it. I knit it for 9 days, and I honestly haven't picked it back up. But I'm through the body, and what I wanted to do was block it and try it on, make sure the body is the right length for me, and then once I figure that out, finish the bottom, and then just do the sleeve. The sleeves are short sleeves, so that's no big deal. So this is almost done. So my goal is, because October was crazy, but starting in November, it actually has like mellowed out a little bit. Not that orders are slowing down at all. You guys are still crazy. I love it. I'm so thankful. But I think that every year, September to October is just a shock to our team. And they're like, oh my gosh, there's orders coming in. It's crazy. And so it becomes like this crazy mess. And it's not. It's always like, it's very predictable. Knitting season is predictable, but it feels more pressure filled. But right now, I'm like, oh, we feel calm again. I think it's because everybody's got this. So I think I'll be able to block this week at work and then try it on and see how that goes. So I love it. Becky says, your enthusiasm is so inspirational. Thank you, Becky. Everybody's saying, beautiful, beautiful, gorgeous. I love that color. Yes, Becky, this is the Salty Air Tee by Samantha Guerin. I'm not sure how to pronounce her last name. I think it's Guerin. And it was really, really fun. It's a simple tee. It's a very simple lace motif. I even messed up at one point, and I believe once we block this, we're going to find out. It was right in the very front of the pattern. I messed up the lace. It was like off by one stitch, and I believe I got it back on track and fixed my own lace. Like that, I even texted Trisha. I was like, you wouldn't believe it, I fixed my lace. So it's like accomplishments. You know, it's pretty cool. So yeah, I would recommend this t-shirt to anybody. It's really cute. I think it will wear well. And even in the projects and Ravelry, it looks nice on any size, shape and size. It's really cute. So I enjoy knitting it. And it was really fast. So we did a lot of driving, and it was a lot of car knitting. But I mean, 9 days to knit practically an entire sweater minus the hem and the little short sleeves. That's pretty good. Fingering weight. So I need to finish this because it's still really nice outside. This fall has been the nicest, most beautiful fall since I've moved to Kentucky. Like, usually it's already like gloomy and gross outside, and it is so lovely. The sun is shining. The grass is still green. I think it's even still growing because it's been in the 70s during the day. It's just really nice outside. So I'd love to finish the tee because I can wear it, and it would look really cute with like paired with a jean jacket or a sweater on top. The other day I wore my True Nature tee with another cardigan over it. I thought it was so cute. It was fun. I loved it. Deb said, I finished the Wings of Wonder shawl in your purple martin colorway this weekend, and I haven't yet blocked it, but I absolutely love the colors. It looks like royalty. Yes, and purple martin, she's talking about the kit, and the main color of that kit is my favorite things. It's so pretty. I love that. Thank you, Deb. I cannot wait to see it blocked. I was just going through, Lisa sent the finished pictures for her Wings of Wonder so I can update the listing to show off the full thing. And I was just admiring those just today, just this morning. So that was really fun. I spent all morning at the coffee shop catching up on work. And I haven't done that. I was doing it really well in the summertime and late spring. Every Monday I was going to a coffee shop and just spending like 4 to 6 hours just cranking everything out. And I haven't done it in 3 months. And so this Monday was the first Monday that I've done it again. And it is so worth it. I get to catch up on everything. It makes my week like a lot calmer because I plan everything out. I need to remind myself of these things. Like planning things out is very smart. So that's it for me for whips. I don't know if y'all have any questions or anything that I can help you with, those of you who are on my live. The only other thing that I'm planning out, I would like to work on this during my Christmas break because I just haven't had time in the last 3 months to work on anything that's like a pet project. But I would like to work on my sweater that I'm going to be knitting out of the yarn from our Tunis sheep. So our sheep that are on our farm. I've been wanting to do this forever. We got the yarn back this spring. And so I've just been kind of sitting on it. And I had decided on what I wanted the sweater to look like. But I haven't actually been able to find a ready-made pattern with that sweater style. So I'm just going to write it up myself and figure it out by using a few books that I already have and figuring out the gauge. So that will be my pet project for Christmas. So that's fun. Deanna said, that's on my to be knit list too. Yes. So this is probably the project I have it swatched, and that's why I have my yarn in my whip basket, because this is my next project. So should be really fun. I am so looking forward to spending a couple of weeks just chilling and knitting and creating. I usually spend every Christmas break making lots of things and being very, very personally creative and not necessarily creative for work. And I always enjoy that time. I always have a ton of knitting time and I really enjoy it. So I cannot wait for that. So I didn't see any other questions, so I will let you guys go. Thank you for joining me on YouTube. Make sure to thumbs up, subscribe, hit the bell if you want to be notified if I have a new video coming out. And for all of you on my live, thank you for being here live. It's so much easier to talk on camera when I have people to interact with. I love you all so much, and I'll see you next week. Bye.